Hey, how's it going? This is Joe Pro AI. Joe. Just gonna go over some of the things that I tried to go over the other day, but I couldn't because I didn't have my microphone working at the time. It's working now, so I'm just gonna check that, and yeah, I'll go over some of the things that I do um, to deploy apps and get things out to the cloud. Trying to deploy one now, so maybe I'll just go over that. Um, Not gonna be too, um, direct with everything. I'm gonna be mainly, just doing my thing tonight. Just kinda trying to get this thing running here. Uh, I'm gonna go to here, here. Go on the sound here. Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, I am going to go over some things and help anybody hopefully get some things out and done. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try to. One of the things that I recommend is to do this through the Google Cloud, just because you're going to be able to get some credits. You're going to be able to get some startup things. So what I would do is join the Google Developer Platform, and if you go here, you'll be able to get $300 in credits. There's also you could Google and search some things around to try to find out. Even type it in ChatGPT or AI, try to get the best deal you can. But when you get this set up, you'll have something like this. I'll use my main account here. Uh, but you'll want to create a project. And then what you're going to want to have set is you're going to want to have your um, this is the part that I got turned around with the other day. So you're going to want to make sure that the person that you're signing in with is going to be the owner and editor. So that's what I would recommend. And then you could deploy these things to Google Cloud Run, which is basically like you'll have a bunch of different apps out there, and I have like just apps randomly throughout the internet that are just hanging out. Um, and they, don't really cost me any money because nobody's doing anything on them. And then once people are doing things on them, then you could kind of see that just for example, clearly, is the use, hopefully if people are using it, then the app is serving its purpose. So I just had this one working the other day. What was it? But yeah, essentially in Google Cloud Run you can host scalable applications, and you can get that done. So what I would recommend for Google Cloud is go to developers.google.com, sign up for the $300 credit. You're going to want to then go to your platform. You'll have the main thing is you're going to want to get your policy, or your whoever you're signing in with is going to be the so you could create a service account for your um, service, or you can create a um, user that you're going to use. and you can give it owner and editor permissions, and then you can go about doing that. So, um, yeah, you're going to want to set those permissions for that as well as build a project, and then you'll have the cloud run ability to deploy different cloud runs. And as you can see, I have many apps. I don't really care about the cost because it's minimal. Um, but you could just have like my whole website is an app. So when I deploy this, it's going to be basically just a web app that you can go do the things with. So yeah, how I've been doing that, deploying it, has been through Windsurf. What I've been doing is there's a few commands that it will have you go through to authorize yourself, then to tell which project you're going to be in, and then uh, to uh, execute you'll have your packages, your code. You'll want to create an image for that, like a Docker image. If you don't know how to do that, you could use something like Windsurf has been helpful in guiding me how to get to the step by step. I would go through ChatGPT and just like search what the commands are to get it into a Docker file, because it's pretty simple steps to get things to Cloud Run once you can get it packaged right. So once you can get things packaged right and you can have the right permissions, then you're good as gold. You'll deploy, like right now. This is deploying. So it's Google Cloud. It's actually checking project configurations right now, but I'm trying to deploy this to the cloud right now, and I don't know if it's broken or not. I believe Google Auth list gives a list of the authorized users, but you'll need to use like Google G Cloud Auth to authorize. Let's see if I have the commands down here. So we got Google Auth login. That's going to be our G Cloud Auth login. That's going to get you in the door. Then you're going to set the region. Then you're going to want to enable some APIs, which you could do. And then you're going to want to, there's some commands to build it into an image. And then deploy it out. But you can get those commands. I'm not going to go over each individual command of deploying something. I'm going to try to get this deployed, and then we can see what that is. But as you can see, I've used this for a bunch of different projects. It costs me at the minimum $1 a day. I know that's a lot for some, but it's for hosting a bunch of different apps. If they got more traction, it'd probably be, a few dollars a day. But hopefully your apps are money generating apps and can get you at least something worth the money that you're putting into it. But once you get them on Cloud Run, it's um, pretty straightforward. I mean, you can look at here is one of my apps, and you can generate images. You could get apps to do all sorts of different things, um, build a website. But you know what you're going to be using it for. This is mainly just me showing you um, the things here. So from here, let's go over some things. So within the Cloud Run, these are like your apps that are running. So I probably shouldn't show all of this, but it's whatever. I'll learn, my lesson when I had to learn my lesson actually, but um, uh, try not to give too much information out. But I do like to share what is going on. So if you look at this, you can find your app. This is the app that I have for one of my limitless devices. Um, Pretty cool app actually. It gets web or gets keyword hooks and creates things for it. Doesn't work perfectly yet, but it'll eventually. But this is my app, right? So you'll get this app in Google Cloud Run, right? And you'll be able to map it to your different domains, and things like that. I found the easiest way to get the app to go is via DNS management. So just go into your DNS and have it point to the different places. This just works better than the domain mapping. I found that that tends to break. It when it works, and it works great when it works great. But basically, you'll have revisions. So this is every time that I've launched it. And then in here, I'm not going to go through my variables. Hopefully, I don't have any that just pop up. But you could then deploy a so I'll go here. So if we wanted to deploy one, I'll show you the gist of it here. You'd have the image, your port, you have your secrets and variables. But the big thing is you could have it set to the lowest possible memory, um, less than a CPU, and now apparently you can host GPUs as well. So this is one place to deploy. I found another place. Anyone that's interested is this this one, windmill.dev, which is an open source platform, but it looks like you could build all sorts of different um, types of apps here. So that's just a good anyone that's a good what likes exploring and likes to go and try to toy around with different places. This one looks like it's pretty much free to kind of deploy some sort of it says it's equivalent to NAN, but I obviously not that capable. So you could probably get some sort of automations going through this, and that's Windmill. The other ones that I have gone through um, are Heroku. You can get the pricing here. Usually these are like pretty reasonable, where you're gonna get the uh like 0.005 cents, for an hour. Um, that's nothing. But this one, I want to, what do I want to go to this one here? Or now, I think I had to sign up for this, but like everything else, let's see what we got. All right. Thanks for checking this out. I'm trying to go over some useful things. Um, so far, Google Cloud platform. That is where I've been going. You can go to developers.google.com. You can go to link there that'll you'll get $300 in credits. The $300 in credits is over the course of like the lifetime of your account or something. So it's not like you could just blow $300 on a server instance, which would be pretty cool if you could do something like that. Just be like, I need a server now and build. But anyway, you got 300 credit that kind of gets divvied out about with what you're doing. So let me get logged in here, see if there's any useful things here. All right. So let's see. I'll go to my dashboard. We'll see what we can do here. So we got a couple apps. Doesn't do anything, but another platform where you could build for fairly cheap. Looks like. Go to documentation. You can build in all sorts of different things, different coding languages. Um, Nothing to really write home about. My one of my favorite ones that I wish I had more money to use is fireworks. You can build and train models here. You can um, see the pricing here, but you can the biggest part to fireworks AI if you're looking to train some AI in different things, which I'd recommend. I'd probably point people to fireworks AI if they were like trying to build their own version of an LLM or their trained LLM, just because it's pretty easy to do. There's probably like a few different places that you could do. But you could go and you can basically just say, "Hey, I want this LLM. It costs 0.0005 cents. Like I need an image set. I want this. You'll launch this. Then you'll have a point. Boom. Like you could use this to build out a whole uh like, you could build your whole infrastructure from Fireworks AI, but it costs money, and it costs money to build, so it usually costs, like, a chunk to spin up these because they're different GPUs. Some of them are, like, H100s and, higher, so they cost money to spin up, so you'll get a charge for, like, I think I got charged like $50 and I was just like, "I'm done." I was like, I can't get hit 50 bucks at a time just for nothing." Like, it was just like I launched a LLM instance or something like that, then it wasn't even to do anything. It was just to launch it and it cost 50 bucks. I hate wasting like that. So I didn't do anything here, but it's got plenty of stuff to do. I'd recommend checking it out. Um, could even play around. I think there's free versions here, so you could sign up and then just pay as you go. That is Fireworks. I'll get back to the Google. So we'll go over some of this here, but Cloud Run, yeah, that is where I've been launching my apps, my things. They sit out here. They don't really charge money unless someone uses them. And then like I have things like my uh, I can have like a whole site that is what I'm building is like all done through Cloud Run. And like this authentication, Firebase like does things like that. So another one to I guess we could pull up is Firebase. Firebase believes Google as well. Yeah, Google. And then you can look at the pricing here. But these are the places that you'll end up on a Blaze plan, I believe, if you really try to build anything. It's gonna charge you, the minimum amount, I think up to 50,000 users. Um and you get like a gig and whatnot. It always figures out a way to charge you, a dollar here, a dollar there. But it is the cheaper one. You could, start building out your apps. But for me, for the way I've been doing it is I've been just deploying things from Windsurf to the cloud, and it's been working pretty well because all's it is to do this part is to either get it if you have it on GitHub, if you have things on you know in a local location, you all you need to do is create a like image file off of them, and then you could package that and throw that to Cloud Run via a couple commands, and then it's in Cloud Run as an app. Uh, and yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that now. Thanks for checking it out. Um, Currently, if you're interested in my project, still trying to figure out the best way to pronounce it, but so ANIPE is going to be a service that is able to um, pull in what is it going to do? It's like pull in information on niche uh, topics. Yeah, does something like that. It collects data from throughout the thing. It's like a agent-esque type thing that I'm building, and I'm trying to get it to deploy right now. So we'll see how that works. What else is there that I run across with building and deploying out? So we got Cloud Run. Again, go to the um, developers. You'll be able to get 300 in credit from developers.google.com. Um, You could even go I've taken some, they do a lot of Google training. You could do some Google training and get like $1,000. Anything that's like developer or intro to um, the intro to the development of the different places. They will usually give you something to develop for them. So I think Azure does it as well. That is one other place. This is one place that I kind of which spun this whole thing up is why I'm talking about deploying and where to deploy and what to deploy, how to deploy. Is I built these things, which are basically mini. Don't think I have any credits, but they're chat bots that can do things. So sign in. Maybe I have credits. I have nothing. But it's a chatbot, uses like any of the different models that you want. So you'll have a chatbot that then could do things and people have to pay credits to use, which all of that credits should go to you. That is gonna be calstudio.com. It is off of pmfm.com. That is their old website. They have a believe you could start with for free, and then it's a $15 tier to get your things monetized. But what I found with this is that I paid $8 in, right? Then I got when it was ready to pay out my $8, it charged me $5 and then paid me $8. And there should be no fees or anything, but I don't know what that's all about. Um, so there's that. There's my X page. Okay, what is this saying? So this is kind of why I like going through Windsurf is because it's going through and it's running commands for me that I would have to look up and run and figure out why it's not working. But right now it's running through and what is it doing? So, oh, that's the other thing, Google Cloud. You're gonna have to go to the SDK. and you're gonna have to download this. It's one per computer that you need. And once you have that, then you can run the commands for the Google. Now, I don't want it to be garbled. I think it's all messed up. Bonus place to start deploying stuff for the cheap is make.com. Come in here, you sign up for a free account. You get a pro for a month. And this runs off of uh, operations per month. And so an operation is so this is one of my small little mini automations. So this one's gonna create a page for uh, branding. And you could see it does like a webhook and then it goes through a bunch of chat GPTs, goes through Luma Labs, goes through Gemini, goes through chat GPT image one, and then it spits it out. So you could create, if you got all the links that you have, you can create something in here. And this costs 16 executions to operations per execution of it, and then that'll get tallied off. So this would cost. Let's not do math like that. Let's do this. So pro plan $20 a month. Everything's $20 a month. It seems. So pro plan, that Cal Studio that I was talking about a minute ago, that's another 20 a month that they charge to even host stuff here. So this one's probably going to flunk out as far as making anything. Um, I know I'm going to have more hosting things. So we got that hosting via Netlify, is it? Oh, let's do Railway. Looks like another good one. So you can use, I mean, this is all you would need to launch a fully functional app, and more. This, I'd say, for probably the builder developers that know their way around. Let's see what it has to offer, though. Cool. So it gives you a platform. It's got templates. Um, Yeah, this looks like, what would you like to ship today? So, yeah, looks like from this, you could pay and then start deploying stuff right from your GitHub. Um, that one's going to be Railway. I haven't messed with these too much, but I know that they're reasonable. I don't think I have an account for this. So free account, automated. I'm not sure what that is. So that's similar to what Google Cloud Run is. It's like a serverless edge function. So serverless function. With the back to the Google Cloud, one of the things to do you could do is you could um, go in and you could go back if you found that there was one working, you made some edits, it doesn't work anymore. You could always revert back and schedule the um, percent of traffic that goes to it. So close out of that. Okay. Oh, it was pod for stop. Stop it. Yeah. So that is about where I'm at with this. I'm trying to get this deployed. I'll probably let this continue to be a thought process of me going through different storage places or hosting places. Um, what other one? I would avoid trying to host things through like Replit and through the main app that you're deploying it from. Um, Windsurf, I think, has got some deployment options that are coming down that would be cheaper. But I know Replit tries to charge you a lot. And that could be wrong now, but I know it was to have something reasonable was going to cost so much. Uh, so this was Google or Windsurf reauthorizing me. So if I go back to Windsurf, there should be a command run to get me into the right project. Where else can you launch something? And there's like tons of places that you could just get free stuff. Ugh. Um, Let me go into my bookmarks. So I think if you go to Better Chat GPT or Better GPT, you can put in your own API keys and you can create your own instances of this. I could be wrong, but that is one. If you ever want to challenge AI against each other, you could go to uh, what is this? AI. And then proof of cell, you could launch a instance of ChatGPT or GPT bot, and you can have this be your so if you read welcome chat UI is an open source clone of the OpenAI under unaffiliated. So you can plug your own API key in, and then you can use this instead of ChatGPT, and you can figure out ways to use this to deploy. That's going to be go to sell. Let's see. Yeah, I just create an AI chatbot through Vercel. That's another location. Um, I felt like this one was if you go to vo.dev, I feel like if you launch from here, there was something that was stopping me from deploying from here, but I think you could deploy from GitHub and all that. So let me not talk over that VO, but that's another great place to host things. I mean, seems to be a lot, but there also seems to be a lot of places that will kind of charge you more than your app's going to be able to produce to even have it sit there to pretend like it's gonna produce something. I mean, it's almost insulting to some points, you know? It's like, stop trying to gouge everybody for money and start helping people deploy actual functional things would be great. Um, yeah, anyway, rant over. Hey, that's going through its thing. Nope, not that much. You're right. Feel free to chime into the chat if you want me to cover anything specific. I could always message me, do any of the forms of contact, but mainly follow, like, and subscribe. I don't even have a subscribe, but do it anyway. Um, no, the um, I would always love anybody to, chime in on what they are looking to get accomplished. I'm just trying to help out where I can. And yeah, so I want to do that. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna deploy this. So it's just deploying hopefully to the right place. Uh, but yeah, I'll try not to let this sit for too long. Basically, what it's doing is it's deploying out to my Cloud Run, one of the apps that I'm currently working on. So then I'll just have another app that'll cost whatever it costs, about fractions of a dollar to have. This one will cost a little bit more. I did build some storage. Um, the one thing I found with Google Cloud that costs, is when you start building databases and storage and, servers. That's costly. But if you're building just small apps that you want to run, you don't need a whole server, and you don't need to get gouged for it. You could probably create them for free. Google Cloud Run and any of these other apps. Um, so I think that's probably going to be most of what I'm going to talk about tonight. Might do something a little bit later, but this is going to be a little bit of me pushing buttons for a little while here. So if you want to stick around, go ahead, and I will be right back. back. Um, One other place that I think is worth bringing up, it's a new one, Rocket. If you want to deploy websites that are easily deployed via prompts, you can launch and basically build full websites through rocket.new, and it'll create a nice web page for you with multiple different things, front end, back end. Um, meh, I don't know yet if this is going to be a worthwhile site. It giving me a lot for sure. And all of this stuff can be exported and done with what you will. So it is definitely worth it. But I paid, I think, $20 for this and was able to generate a site that has both the like all of the pieces. So that's nice. That is rocket.new. Where are we at? If anything's happening over here, I don't think it's creating any of the apps. It's got nothing in there. So this is probably going to be me spending another. Okay, so that's good. Okay. Um, I'll show you this some other things before you I close out the stream. But you can also create your own different models and different AI things through Google as well. There's a lot that is offered here. I don't have anything, for or against Google, but they definitely offer enough for you to get started. And it's where I've landed as far as the ease of deployment, I guess. Um, so you can look around in here. They'll have plenty of different things, but you can go build your own AI versions in here, like I was talking about with fireworks. But yeah, you could build pretty much wherever. Hugging Face is another place that you could build on. But you have all the different things that you could possibly want to build. You could build right through here. So I'd suggest coming up with a plan. I'd use, different AI for that. And yeah, you could start doing that. I would deploy through wherever you find reasonable. If you really don't have the money, I would suggest getting a GitHub. Get your program that you want on there, and then work with AI to get it deployed. You should be able to deploy things for free. And all of this getting charged an arm and a leg to do stuff is getting a little bit pointless because you could definitely get a lot of bang for your buck if just know how to configure something. Like if you know how to authenticate yourself in Google and build a project, and then you got to jump through a couple hoops, like to do it, but then it costs $1 to build the app maybe, and then like to host it is interactions between them. So I've found it to be quite useful. So, anyway, I will let the stream go there. I appreciate you looking at it. If you have any questions, reach out. But as you can see, if this builds, I'll just let it build and see what it does. But it's definitely spazzing out. But yeah, let me close out the stream. It's I've been using Windsurf, but the commands to deploy are not too much. Where you could just use PowerShell. You could use a cursor as well, probably, or any other IDE. Um, and yeah, if there's anything that I can help with, I'd be glad to. And looks like this is getting launched out, and I will see how that works. So appreciate your time, and you guys have a good rest of your night.